Hey booktubers, welcome to another of Bumblesby's boring book hauls. Well, they're not boring to me, probably to you guys they are. Anyway, I've got about 4 or 5 books here to show you. One of them is The Method of Henry James. I think in one of my videos before I had mentioned to you that I was really getting or wanted to read much of Henry James. I have all the books up there, that's why I always look. And so I wanted to get some books on his methods and kind of study him a little bit. I just thought it was interesting. This book was written in 1918, so it would have been a few years after he died. And this particular edition was a reprint from 1954. I'm also kind of a runner. And just sort of, when the weather's nice, so like April through October. And this is my second year, 2010 was my second year running. And one of the new trends in the sport, I guess you could call it, or whatever, is barefoot running, or what they call natural running. And this has intrigued me quite a bit. I guess what the modern running shoe does is it sort of forces you to heel strike first. So when you're running, you're striking the heel and then going forward like this. And you can kind of even hear the noise I make when I'm hitting. If you actually watch someone run barefoot, like a child or something, or someone from a society that doesn't wear running shoes, they will land on their toes. Or on the forefeet, I should say, like at the ball of the foot, and then go back this way, either a midfoot or a forefoot strike. And what that does is that's the natural way that a human has been evolved to run. So it's quieter, as you can tell, and it absorbs the shock of the impact. So this is the latest things. There's been a study at Harvard done on it. So I wanted to see what that was all about, and so I bought a couple books on it, and there's a bunch of YouTube videos on it if you're a runner or want to get into running and maybe try it. Here's Natural Running by Danny Abshire. He definitely has books out, or YouTube videos out. And here's another one called The Barefoot Running Book. As you can see, he has no shoes, by Jason Robillard. So I'm looking forward to reading about that and maybe giving it a shot. We'll see. Also, I have 2 Easton Press books. I subscribe to 4 different series of these. They're all leather bound, as you can see, nicely gilded all the way around. They have the ribbon marker in them and all that. And put the old people's glasses. This one here is The Exploration of the Colorado River and Its Canyons by John Wesley Powell. And I believe this was probably written in the 1800s. Most of the illustrations are all sketched, as you can see. And there are many of them. Obviously, they would have met up with American Indians at that time. So they do talk about how the Indians lived. It just is really neat. I think it's going to be a really interesting book to read. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And of course it has the beautiful silk, you hear that, and papers in there. So yeah. Part of the Greatest Adventure series. I think there's 13 in all. This is like, I think, the 5th one that I've gotten. In my Greatest 100 series, this is Livy, The Early History of Rome. And actually, this is a book that I've wanted when I first started subscribing back in December of 2003, and I'm just now getting it. I think I only have maybe a year to go, maybe even less than that, before I have all 100 books. So, but in any case, there's not a lot of illustrations in this book. And of course, I was just looking at the first page here. That's just a sketch drawing of what Mr. Livy may have looked like. But obviously, he lived in 59 BC to 17 AD, and this was translated by Aubrey de Selincourt. So I've just been, of course, Rome fascinates many people. The Roman Empire does, and this is supposed to be the very early history of it. We've got a lot of stuff written, about the decline and fall, but not a whole lot about the early. So that's what I've just always wanted to read that book. So I've got that, the running books, and that should be it for now. I should have a few more coming in from Amazon, I believe, this week. So hopefully it wasn't too boring for you. I am thinking about looking into a couple YA books. I can't remember his name. It's terrible right now. But he just reviewed Leviathan and another one that's... his name is Nathan, but I can't remember. I think it's Nathan's Book Reviews. Sorry, Nathan. It just sounded really, really interesting, something that I might like. I also read like the first 8-10 pages or so of The Maze Runner, because I've heard a little bit about that through all you guys in the YouTube YA videos, and that really, really was interesting. So who knows, I may start reading some of those. See you later.